Ready? Yep. Do we need to clap or anything? Nope. Kill it. This is going to be really easy.
All right.
All right. Ready? First, let's talk about what this last year and a half has been like for you. You kind of exploded onto the scene, and now everyone around the country knows your name.
Yeah, this last year and a half has been pretty crazy, I would say. And I've lived in multiple places and most out of my suitcase though. But it's been really fun. I've been enjoying like every moment of it, and now just finishing off in Seattle. I mean, I couldn't have asked for any more. I've wanted to live here. The fans have been great, so I'm having a really good time.
What was the whole process that brought you here to Seattle? How did you end up? I guess what was the phone call like?
Yeah, it's interesting because well, you know, the WPS folded, so I had a 2-year with my team in Western New York, but because WPS folded, I wasn't obligated to that. So I got a call like a week or 2 later from Amy, our GM, giving me this opportunity, and of course I took advantage of that right away. I have family here, obviously my boyfriend lives here, and I didn't even think before that moment that it was possible to wear the same jersey as my boyfriend, to play, to be playing in the same organization. So right away I knew this is where I wanted to play.
What's that been like? I would imagine, does he accidentally grab your jersey and go out the door one day?
No, we don't accidentally grab each other's jerseys, but it's cool. I mean, the first time I put on the jersey in our first game, it was almost surreal. Like, wow, I have my own name on the back. Like, I've been having Cross go on the back for the last year. Just going to his games, borrowing his shirts, and now I have my own. It was a really cool moment. And it's this last couple of months has been amazing, and I wish that I could ride it out with them into playoffs and win a championship with Seattle. But unfortunately, I'm going to be away, but fortunately in London, hopefully coming back with a gold medal.
We'll get more with that in a second. But first, kind of talk about the atmosphere here and coming and having this stadium packed. I mean, you've been to a lot of Sounders games, and kind of how does this compare to what you expected from this?
Well, the atmosphere here was totally unexpected to me. I thought that we were going to get a good number of fans, but I had no idea that there were going to be lines to get into the stadium, that it was going to be sold out every game, that we were going to have our own, our own ECS, which is auxiliary. So I had no idea going into this, and it's just been such a great turnout, just not only for the team but the organization, just because, it shows the team that we can make that next step if there is another professional league that, that is created. We're definitely set up for it. We're in the right city, that's for sure. So it's been great. I've been really excited, and the fans have been huge.
Thinking back to the World Cup last year, I know disappointing finish, but talk about what that experience was like for you to get on the biggest stage in your sport.
The World Cup was a huge learning experience for me. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect going into it, and I learned a lot along the way. I'm a lot more prepared now going into the Olympics, but I mean, it was so emotional. It was a roller coaster, mentally, physically, emotionally. I didn't expect that. I didn't think that the day after the World Cup I would be so mentally drained. I thought that physically my legs would hurt, but that wasn't even it. It was mentally, it was emotionally, especially after that final against Japan. But it taught me a lot, as a player and as a teammate, and I'm definitely, ready going into the Olympics, and the World Cup helped that a lot.
You played a key role in the success of the team throughout that World Cup. Was that your expectation going in? Was that you'd play a prominent role in the team?
Going into the World Cup, Pia told me that my role was going to be to come off the bench, to make an impact, to score goals, to run at the back line. I was going to get between 5 and 45 minutes, and I needed to make the most of it. I had a lot to prove, so I did that, and I knew that I couldn't stop running in those 5 minutes, in those 45 minutes, that I needed to make an impact. I didn't have any expectations going into it, whether I'm going to score this many goals or whatever, but it all came together in the latter part of the tournament for me, and I think that's what helped set me up for having a greater role in the team this year.
What is the feeling around the team like now going into the
I mean, we are feeling confident. We're feeling at ease. We are just feeling ready. I mean, we have put in all the work. We've done all the fitness. We've done all the mental preparation. You know, now it's just time to have fun and time to play. And that's how we see it now, is enjoying it, because, you know, we did win the gold at the Olympics in '08 and '04, and we want to keep that going. But right now, we want to enjoy it, and Pierre reminds us of that every day. It's just to enjoy the time we have together and enjoy the moment.
Is there a sense that you guys feel like you have something to prove because of how the World Cup ended?
I think that at first, after the World Cup, we felt like we had something to prove, and we wanted redemption, and we wanted, you know, we had all these feelings. But the last couple of months have just brought us together. We're really confident, and going off of a recent win against Japan, that obviously helped our confidence. And I think that it's weird to say, but I think that we're a better team than we were in the World Cup. And it's hard to say, because at the World Cup I thought we were the best of the best, but I think we're even better now. So I'm really excited to show that to everyone in the Olympics.
Obviously the games are going to be a big deal, and you get to play at Old Trafford, which has got to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
But talk about the opening ceremonies. What's that event going to be like for you guys?
Opening ceremonies is always so different for us than a lot of the other teams, because we have to watch it on TV. Unfortunately, we don't get to actually walk in the opening ceremony. We're already going to have started our games. So for us, I mean, we're really looking forward to July 25th, which is our first game, which is a couple days before opening ceremonies. We're looking forward to closing ceremonies. We want to have that gold medal around our necks. We want to be in the closing ceremonies and having a blast and celebrating.
Talk about Old Trafford. What's that going to be like for you?
You know, I've been to London before. I've been to Scotland, England before, but I didn't realize that we would be playing in these amazing stadiums that have so much history. I mean, Old Trafford, Wembley, Hampden Park, like all of these stadiums that, you know, I watch Manchester United and all these, Arsenal, all these teams play, and I never thought that I would be playing there, you know, and hopefully we'll get a sold out crowd. That's one thing. When people ask me, what are you looking forward to? It's the stadiums. I mean, having soccer is my passion. I don't know. I'm almost speechless, because it's like, who wouldn't want to play in those stadiums? And it's unreal. It is.